Hello everyone, I'm Kate Andrews and here's a look at what is going on this week in the news. And we begin with news from Rome. As the month of August comes to a close, the Vatican comes alive once again. Activities for the Year of Faith begin again in late September with the International Conference on Catechesis. It will bring together religious education leaders from around the world. They'll also partake in a 2-day Year of Faith pilgrimage to the tomb of St. Peter and celebrate Mass September 29th with Pope Francis. In October, there will be a Marian pilgrimage in the presence of the original statue of Our Lady of Fatima. And on October 26th, Catholic families from around the world will gather for a celebration of family life with Pope Francis. He will celebrate a Mass with them the next day. The Year of Faith will conclude November 24th. In news from around the world, Christian leaders in Jerusalem are uniting in their call for an end to violence in Egypt. 13 patriarchs and heads of state from the Catholic, Orthodox, Anglican, and Lutheran churches in Jerusalem issued a statement expressing their concern for Egypt's people and the desecration of the country's Christian churches. The leaders thanked Egyptian Muslims who took in Christians and defended churches and other religious institutions. They charged the international community with helping Egyptians get their country back on track. They also prayed to God that He would enlighten Egyptian leaders to save the values of democracy, dignity, and religious freedom. Well, we go back to Rome. 200 Japanese students got the experience of a lifetime during their visit to the Vatican. Rome Reports takes us to the San Damaso courtyard of the Apostolic Palace for a special papal audience.
The audience between Pope Francis and 200 Japanese students at the St. Damasus courtyard was joyful, intimate, and spontaneous. It was also an unusual occurrence since the Pope rarely welcomes visitors during the month of August. But Pope Francis did not hesitate to meet personally with the student group and improvise remarks, highlighting the importance of dialogue.
Il dialogo è molto importante per la propria maturità, nel confronto con l'altra persona, nel confronto con le altre culture, anche nel confronto sano con le altre religioni, uno cresce, matura.
Pope Francis also added that to build understanding and peace between cultures, it's important to have an open attitude.
La mitezza.
それが慈悲というものです。
La capacità di trovare le persone, di trovare le culture con pace. La capacità di fare domande intelligenti. Ma perché tu pensi così? Perché questa cultura fa così? Sentire gli altri e poi parlare. Primo sentire, poi parlare. E quello è mitezza.
Francis has shown a special affection for Japan, and at several times he explained that when he was younger, he wanted to be a missionary there. To close the audience, one of the students thanked the Pope for his words, and they all sang their college's anthem.
When they finished singing, Pope Francis said he was sorry he couldn't reciprocate with a song of his own because he doesn't know how to sing. In news from around the country, when Detroit's bankruptcy was announced on July 18th, many thought it was just another nail in the city's coffin. But Archbishop Vigneron of Detroit says the city is far from dead, and he's not the only one. Harry Verisaire, a native of Detroit and professor of economics at the University of Detroit Mercy, said the bankruptcy might help give the city some breathing space. Detroit owes nearly $18 billion to creditors, and more than 70,000 buildings are vacant. Sharon Jenkins is the executive director of St. Dominic Outreach, based at the former St. Dominic Parish in Detroit. She says since 2008, the program has seen more than a 50% increase in the number of people seeking food assistance. But still, social service providers and other observers said that they believe the city will begin a gradual recovery as long as its 700,000 citizens are tapped for ideas and advice. In news from the Vatican has ordered a slight change of wording in the baptismal rite. At the beginning of the rite, instead of saying, "The Christian community welcomes you with great joy," the officiating minister will now say, "The Church of God welcomes you with great joy." The Congregation for Divine Worship and the Sacraments issued a decree on the change, which was published in the latest issue of the congregation's newsletter. It said the change to the wording was approved by Pope Benedict XVI a month before he resigned. It is supposed to better emphasize Catholic doctrine that through baptism, a person is incorporated into the universal church and not just into a parish. Well, that is all the information we have for you at this time. I'm Kate Andrews. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.